Are you looking to get into wedding photography? Have you played around with the idea of being a second shooter? Awesome! Let me tell you how to not suck at being a second shooter. Wedding photographers, you can thank me for this at the end. I am Jared and I am the owner of PhotoStrap, and I have been in the photography industry for 15 years. I started out in weddings, transitioned to portraits, but I've always been a second shooter in weddings. First things first, to be a good second shooter, don't be selfish. This is not about you. This is not your wedding. This is not your chance to build your portfolio. You are there to help the main photographer. That's it. How I like to think about it is that I am there to make the primary shooter's life easier. So that can work in a lot of different ways. I'm obviously going to be second shooting, but I am also helping them carry the wedding dress, holding their camera bag, getting a lens for them, calling out their shot list if they need help with that after the wedding ceremony, setting up a light stand, breaking down a light stand, carrying their lighting gear, setting up their lighting gear at the reception so it's ready to go when they get there, making sure they're not going to fall if they're walking backwards following a bride and groom. There are so many ways that you can be helpful to a main photographer on the wedding day. Can I get an amen? The next best thing that you can do as a second shooter is to balance out what the primary shooter is doing. What I mean by that is my eyes are always on the main photographer and watching what they're doing. They're shooting with a 135. That tells me that they're shooting a very tight portrait, so maybe they're going to want something wide, so I will be shooting with a 35. If they're shooting with the 35, then I'm getting the tight 135 shot. So they have a well-balanced group of shots. Also making sure that I'm not in the way of the main photographer. So I'm always shooting catty corner to them. I'm never shooting on the opposite side. If I am, I'm making sure that I'm not in their frame before they start shooting. If you do those things while you're second shooting, I can guarantee that they are going to be asking you to come back and singing your praises. Wedding photographers, did I leave anything out? Let me know in the comments.